Hey everyone, Sarah the Catholic Homemaker here. Today I'm doing another anti-MLM video and it's all about Beautycounter. First of all, I want to get a disclaimer out of the way. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and so I will just be sharing about my opinions and my own personal experiences. Now, Beautycounter is something that I kind of hesitated to do a video on, and it kind of plays into the trap of MLMs in general, just because I thought that Beautycounter was different. And we'll hear this argument a lot in the anti-MLM community, that a lot of reps thought, well, this company is different. And I thought that this company was different than all of them because it had good products that were effective, and not just good products, but clean beauty products, non-toxic products. And a lot of products out there cannot brag about that. With Beautycounter, they have what's called the Never List, and it's a list of, I think it's 1,500 or more ingredients that they do not ever put in their products, and they promise not to ever put in their products either. And that's great that they do that. And so because of those things, and because of how they advocate and have advocated for safer beauty laws in the United States in the past, and it's actually been effective, I thought, well, this company is a lot different than any other MLM company out there. But that's kind of the trap that I fell into. At first, I actually joined Beautycounter 2 times. The first time I joined was in 2016, and I was still at my corporate job, and I was desperately trying to leave it. I wasn't pregnant just yet with my first daughter, but I was looking for an excuse to leave my job, but I wanted to fall back on some income. Even though I have my husband, I didn't want us to just simply rely on his income. I wanted to bring at least a little bit of income to us to support our family, especially if I were to become pregnant and us to start having children. So I wanted to bring in at least a little bit of side income, and Beautycounter promised for that to happen. And at the time, I started back blogging again, and I thought, well, I can just simply make it as an affiliate for my blog. But the problem is that I had a very small audience, and I still do to this day. So even to this day, it wouldn't pay off, or maybe necessarily any other affiliate income for that matter. But I guess I had high amounts of optimism, and what ended up really happening, before I made this video, I went back to my bank statements from that year, and I totaled up all the money that I spent on products in Beautycounter, and I spent, oh boy, $952.91. And that is not including other expenses like mileage and any money I spent on food or drinks for hosting parties, any other expenses other than just simply spending money on the products and shipping. I did get paid a total of $383.29. And so subtracting my costs from what I got paid, I lost $569.62. Now, yes, I actually did get to keep those products that I was using, and I certainly used them up, but I don't think what I got was enough benefit for what I paid for, and that's a whole lot of money to lose, especially when you're supposed to be making money, and I definitely didn't. As I was saying before, I kind of had a dilemma about sharing about Beautycounter before, because I know a number of friends and acquaintances that are in Beautycounter, have been in Beautycounter, and I don't want to offend them or hurt them by making this video, but I think it's important to get this video out there just because a lot of people who are against MLMs make this argument like, oh, well, this company isn't like other MLMs. And yeah, it may be true in some things, but ultimately, most of the consultants end up losing money. And the statistic for all MLMs out there is that 99% of representatives end up losing money. It's a pretty high 99%. It's like 99.7% of people in MLMs lose money or just break even. And that's a very high percentage of people that are losing money and very small percentage of people who are actually making money. And as I've discussed in previous videos, and if you've seen any other anti-MLM videos, the only way to truly make money in an MLM is to have people below you, a downline or a team. And I didn't have anybody below me on my team. My original goal with Beautycounter, as I said, was just to make an affiliate income. I didn't really want to bother or harass people to try to make sales. But my uplines were kind of encouraging slash pushing me like, oh, you need to ask these people, you need to ask these people. And so I reached out to so many different bloggers because I was thinking just the anonymity of it all, it won't be so bad as like asking a friend. But I didn't end up getting anybody to join my team with all the people I reached out to. And yeah, it just didn't end up paying off at all. I just found the products too, they didn't necessarily sell themselves, because you know how that's like a common argument with MLMs or any kinds of sales is like, oh, the products sell themselves. And yeah, the products work, but they're not like spectacular. They're not necessarily the best things you've ever seen. And a lot of people stop themselves with the high price tag on the items. They question like, oh, like, why is it so expensive? And your argument as a consultant is that, well, it's clean beauty, it's non-toxic, and you're getting this special customer service from the representatives for like any questions you have or any problems, we can help you out. But honestly, and that is the real reason for the price hike, is that it's the representatives and their uplines who are getting all these commissions from it. And really, as a consultant, you're only making between 25 to 35% commission on the products. And I don't think that includes the price of tax or shipping in there. So it's the cost of the products, or the sales price of the products themselves, 25% of that. And if there are discounts on it, if they're having a sale, then you're getting even less than normal. But yeah, just getting even somebody to be convinced to buy the products, if they're like used to buying drugstore brands or even higher end brands like from Ulta or other beauty companies, it's hard to get people to switch from their brands. I mean, some people are very loyal to their brands. Like I have a family member who's very loyal to Clinique, and I was trying to get her to switch over to Beautycounter. And okay, now that I'm out of Beautycounter, I still think Clinique is not a great brand just because they have a lot of toxic ingredients in their products. So I would definitely recommend looking for cleaner products out there than Clinique. But my point, of course, is that the products don't really sell themselves because most people are already loyal to another brand. And especially with the high prices on the products, it's just hard to get people to switch over to a new brand, especially a brand that the only way it's truly advertised is through its consultants. And so it's becoming more mainstream, Beautycounter, but still a lot of people haven't heard of it because it's not like you see commercials on TV about it, or if you see billboards about it, because the reps are the advertising for the company. They're basically unpaid advertisers for the company, unless they're making commission. Now, I looked at Consumer Affairs reviews for Beautycounter, and it actually has a pretty low rating. I was surprised because as a customer slash rep myself, I was actually very pleased with the products and how they worked, especially with the new Counter Time line that came out last year. But they have about 2.25 stars, so I think that's pretty low. And a lot of people on there were complaining that they have just very poor customer service, or that the reps were like really rude, or they just had really bad experiences with the reps or customer service. And a lot of people were also complaining about the shipping, which I can actually verify to be true, because I remember one time I accidentally ordered a new, I think it was actually the Counter Time line. I ordered the pre-order for it as a consultant, the Counter Time line, and I forgot to put it through this discount or special points site where I can earn points. And so I wanted to cancel my order, but I wasn't able to, because like once your order goes through, they're like, oh, it's already been picked for shipping, or it's already out on the truck. And that's what a lot of people were saying in the comments. They're like, they immediately called customer service because they realized a mistake with their order, or they changed their mind, and they said, sorry, we can't, it's already being shipped, which is kind of ridiculous, because that doesn't seem very likely, especially with such a large company, that things would happen that quickly within like an hour or two of ordering. But who knows? I just say that doesn't reflect very well on the company. I will also say that some people have reactions with the products, and that certainly can happen with any company, but I seem to hear about it a lot more with Beautycounter. And I don't know if it's because some of their products they use essential oils in, because I remember with the old Counter Time line, I believe there was a number of people who had reactions with it, and there were essential oils in the skincare. I'm not sure if they have it in the makeup itself, maybe certain things. I didn't have any problems, thankfully, myself, but I know that was something I read about before. One last thing, once you're in as a rep and that first 1 to 3 months has passed, you typically aren't offered very much support, and maybe it depends on who your upline is, but it's like, once you're in, it's like your upline is already getting the commissions from you, so they don't have to work as hard to want to help you, you know, because you're already buying the products, and you still may not be making money. I mean, some people, they're really good at recruiting people, but I'll just say I wasn't one of those people, and I'm just making this video because I have been in a total of 11 MLMs, as I said in previous videos, and I have found in all my experiences that you just cannot make money in an MLM, not unless you have a huge downline. And I see that as a problem ethically, because you're making money off of the people below you, and it's just making all the people below you suffer while you are prosperous. So I just don't think it's a very good or ethical business model, because the people at the bottom shouldn't have to suffer just so the people at the top can make a ton of money. And that's nothing against capitalism, because other business models don't make the people at the bottom suffer. The people at the top are not making commissions off of what the people at the bottom are making off of their commissions. So I just, yeah, overall, I don't think it's ethical. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to grow this community. I make videos all about my faith and Catholicism, homemaking, motherhood, and I throw in a few anti-MLM videos about my experiences as well. So also, hit the notification bell so you know when I post. I post my videos on Mondays at 12 p.m. And I hope you all have a good week, and God bless you and your families.